Morning. So that's us off. It's quite cold. It didn't freeze overnight though. Don't know what the day's going to be like. Unless it's like stormy weather, really severe, or I'm going somewhere pretty much remote. I don't bother looking up to see if it's going to rain or whatnot, because if it does, it does. You know, you just make sure you've got everything to deal with those different conditions. My pack was heavier than expected actually. It's now without water, with food, but without water, it's about 15.5 kilograms. So not really the sort of, I'd have liked it about 12. But just having power banks for the camera gear, all the different winter stuff, and because I've not got it dialed in, I don't know what I need, so I've maybe taken a little bit more clothes than I need. I've taken a really big heavy duty fleece and my puffy jacket, but you know, do I need both? I might be able to just wear the puffy. I'm not sure. I was wanting to reserve the puffy jacket for camp and in bed, so that the down never has a chance to absorb any moisture. But the fleece, if I'm not wearing it, it's really heavy in the pack, because it's a big heavy duty one with a hood, really weighty thing. But I might be needing it. So I guess this is a bit of an experiment, refinement. But I've not taken much unnecessary stuff, that's for sure. I definitely haven't. So you probably can't see hee-haw, so I'll speak to you when it gets a little bit lighter. Okay, so if you look here, there's this road that goes up there, and essentially you pass by this white house here, and we're going up this, up here. We'll be mostly following paths, but there's going to be one bit where we won't be, and we'll actually need to cut across a bit of open countryside, and we're looking for a little tunnel that goes under the motorway. Apparently there's a tunnel there that goes right under the motorway, and we'll go under that, and then it'll be a lot of road walking and then some 4x4 track walking, and that'll take us down into the valley where Wanlockhead sits, and we'll camp there. I've had a wee look at it, and there's a big flat bit right at the very end, like up the valley from Wanlockhead, and I'm going to pitch the tent there. That's going to be about 19-20 miles. That's 10 to 9 now. The GPS reckons we'll get there about 2:30, 3, so that's going to be good because the sun sets about 3:30, 3:45. Yeah, can you see that transmitter there on that hill? Yeah, I think that transmitter is one that's on a hill just up the back of Abington. So we need to go past, round the side of that and beyond. I think that's maybe, we're 5 miles, wait and I'll check. Yeah, so we're 5 miles in so far. That's 22:10, just over 3 miles an hour average pace, which for this big rucksack isn't too bad. When I've got my day sack on, I can average about 4 miles an hour. So yeah, for all that we were up a little bit later on, we should be able to get into where I want to be before it starts getting dark. Well, plenty of time before it starts getting dark to pitch this dual mid for the first time. I wouldn't recommend doing that, pitching tents for the first time when you actually come on a trip. But it's just been wet the entire time since I got it, and I've not really wanted to pitch my brand new tent in soaking wet grass to only have to dry it and pack it away again. Because it's not freestanding, you do need to pitch it with pegs. But it's a tarp, it should be simple enough. I have had it all out and laid out, and attached all the guy lines because it doesn't come with the guy lines attached. It's just a roll of cord, so they all had to be cut to length. I just measured them against my duplex, cut all those to length, put them on, put loops in them, and yeah, checked out the inner, looked at the attachment, how all that works, got the right amount of pegs and such. So yeah, should be okay, touch wood. We're heading down here. See that road there? That road there takes you to Abington, and it comes all the way around, round Tinto Hill, and eventually it'll take you, before you get to Tinto Hill though, there's a turn off for bigger up to the right, and if you keep going to the left, that'll take you to Lanark. So I know we're certainly in the right track, you know. And that road there ends up meeting up with the motorway, the M74, and that's what we're going to be aiming for, a bridge that goes underneath the 74. I hope it's not like a little tiny tunnel. It's a feature shown in the map, so hopefully it's big enough for us to just walk through. Ain't squeezing through no tunnels, that's for sure. It's quite a cool old bridge here. Troll hunter. Hey-o! Hey, what a wee drink. Go get a wee drink. So we're going to come off this road and go up here now. There's some Maltesers someone's left. Moss is leaving some Maltesers herself. So we came from there, down this road, along to here, and then up. And we're going up here. Bing bing, en route. Quite a wee bit of a ascent up actually. That's us there. It's really lovely and quiet around here. You've got all the sort of mist. Still in the valley, it's really cool. Mystical, like magical looking. You can hear in the distance the sort of the road, the motorway, the 74, like a distant shh of all the traffic. Old school gate here. You going through? You're hanging again. Look at that. Nice and slowly. Right, back. Oh. Right, on you go. Slow. Go. Slowly. Come on, slowly. Good girl. What happens is if she runs too quickly through the gates, because she's not really aware of like the extra dimensions of her with the rucksack on, she can often like smash the rucksack into the gate or get jammed and swing it around and damages the rucksack. And yeah, she's a bit of a charger at times, so you need to get her to slow down sometimes, especially like you don't want her getting under your feet or running and pulling on the lead on road sections, which she's quite good at, but she's just got this habit. If you open a door, she loves running through it as quick as she can. I don't know, a moss thing. So I tell her to take it easy going through them. Look at this cool bit down here. Oh yes, look. Come on man. Pure King Arthur. I tell you, it's really nice day as well. It's not raining, it rained all through the night. It's about 3 degrees Celsius, which is good hiking weather. Cool enough so you don't get too warm, but not so cold that everything freezes up and becomes slippy and crispy. Sometimes if there's like a lot of ruts like these, see how it's still all soft so it's easier to walk on. When it's frozen, it's more ankle twister gear, you know. But I think this is like, if it was a bluebird sky day, and because this will still lift, this will probably all lift off as the sun gets higher and it warms up a little bit. A lot of this will probably burn off, and we might be in for a nice day. Like I said, I don't really check the weather often unless I'm going somewhere pretty extreme, and I just pack accordingly. But this from the farm to the border, there's houses all over the place, there's escape routes all over the place. You know, you're next to roads. You're not really, if you know what you're doing and you've got all your gear, even if you end up like your sleeping bag ends up soaking wet, you're soaking wet, you have a horrible frozen night, you know, the next day you can get out of there super easy. You know, and really you could hike out that night. You're never far away enough from any place down here to really have to worry about, you know what I mean. You've got mobile phone reception for the majority of the way. I would say apart from maybe around Wanlockhead. What's this here? Oh, you're not allowed to play it in case you hurt your shoulder or your paw again. Will we do one? Will we do one for you? Oh, didn't go, didn't go. Right, hold on. Look at the state of this wee thing. Where did you find this? Right, here we go. You ready? Yeah. And I've also got my spot device up the top. I don't know if you can see it. Up the top there. So I can, you know, I've got the button that I can batter if I need to send any sort of SOS messages to either the emergency services or family and friends. Bit of overkill for this, but I mean, I got it for the Cape Wrath Trail, so why not take it? It doesn't weigh a lot. It's just a bit of peace of mind, and often a bit of peace of mind for your family, you know. I'd probably not get a spot device. Wait a minute, we've got two. Which one? That one or this one? Or that one? Which one do you like better? Aye, I'd probably not got a spot now that the Garmin InReach Mini's out. When I got this spot, it hadn't been released in the UK yet. Whereas the InReach Mini, I think you can actually type messages on the device and send actual typed short messages. Whereas the spot, you need to log in and put a pre-configured message into it, and that assigns it to a button on the device. Right, we're on down here. I was rambling there. So we're just making our own way across some of this moorland. We left the path back there. That one takes you up to a sort of little hill summit. So what we were doing is we were just cutting across country down to pick up another track like the one we were on, like a 4x4 track, and that should then take us down to the hopeful bridge underneath the motorway. As you can see, this isn't like, it's not actually that hard going if you pick your way. There's heather patches, but like this, you know, you can find it's not too bad. It's not as fast going, but it's not bad at all. Because I knew I was going to be eating super noodles and hiking food for quite a while, last night I got myself like a pizza and a doner kebab, and just basically splurged, had a food splurge. And this week I've been eating loads of chocolates and all that, and just crap, shortbread and cakes that folk have brought in to work. What would be in the festive season, but oh my god. You know what's coming next? Baritolethian time, a go-go. So it's jobby time already, 10 to 11. Aye, we need to go now. Okay, mission accomplished. It was a king doner as well, so you know, tanned the pizza up the road. I'd went up to work to put away some stuff like my laptop and all that. Got a shower, you know, later on. This is about 5 o'clock-ish, so I could just get up and get changed this morning. Although I don't really like doing that. I like to have a shower every morning regardless, but it is what it is when you're hiking and backpacking, you know. And aye, went and got a pizza, scooped that, tanned that, drove down the road 45 minutes, and then spent the next couple of hours like watching YouTube and just progressively chipping away at it. King Doner kebab, you know, the one with the naan bread. No salad, none of that carry on. If I want to eat salad, I'll eat a salad. If I'm wanting a dirty doner kebab, I just want pure dirty doner. Right, we've got this, wash my hands in this wee burn, so that's quite handy. And then we're up here. So this is how we're looking just now. Can't really see anything, of course. And it's just moorland, so pretty featureless. So we are more or less just following a bearing here to catch this next point. We'll intercept it down here. Slow, slow, slow. Wrong way, Moz, eh? One out of there. Yeah. So see this this here, it's easier going than in there. From what we were walking on, you can see this is way easier. Now we're actually going down there, but I seen this wall in the distance and I came up to it because the wall looks like it's heading in the general direction that we're going in. And the reason why I came to the wall is often animals run up and down, they follow fence lines, they follow walls. So a lot of animal track runs parallel with the likes of a wall. And if they've been up and down it a lot, it's essentially like a little path they create for you, and it's easier walking. Now, some of you will probably know that, but some of you might not. So if you're going in a certain direction and you're breaking your own trail and you see some sort of land feature roughly following in the same direction as that, it might be an idea to go up and investigate it, because if it's like a line, you might find that there's animal track, little paths that make it easier. Wee boggy section there. So we're just following it. And then once we get down from here onto the other side of the motorway, it's a stretch of road walking, and then it's a stretch of 4x4 track, and then there's one more little bit of breaking our own trail to go, and then that'll be it. And then that's it for the full of the rest of the trip. That's breaking trail down to Wanlockhead, and that's just because that's where I want to camp, this bit. And then we'll be walking down into Wanlockhead, and then from there it's the Southern Upland Way to Beatick, and then it's the Annandale Way all the way down to Annan, and then it's just a little walk along the coast to Gretna, and that's it. So no more rough walking. Trail breaking, Ken. The trail breaker. Moss, are you breaking trail? Are you breaking trail? Is that what you're doing? Aye, she's breaking trail. So when you're navigating in featureless terrain, saying that, look, here's a wee animal track. See it following up here. But this is the thing, it's like the Cape Wrath Trail. I've seen a couple of guys who have attempted the Cape Wrath Trail and unfortunately not made it for a couple of different reasons. But two particular ones, notable ones, are guys that may or may not have made it had they not made these errors. But these errors have cost them and led to other things, and they've quit because the errors have been of the magnitude that it was too great to rectify, or they didn't know what to do, or it caused logistical problems, etc. But basically, when you're making your own way, I guess it's the human mind. It can be quite tempting when you come across a path, a track, a road, anything, to follow it. You kind of want to follow things, I guess maybe instinctually. You know, like you look at ancient wildlife and such, the migratory paths and the same sort of tracks that different animals follow. I guess it's maybe an instinct in mammals. Maybe not just mammals, but yeah, I guess it's just an instinct that we want to follow. But unless you're on like the West Highland Way, where there's an absolute correct way to go, i.e. the West Highland Way, if you're making your own trail, often these tracks will take you to pot. So I guess you need to be more vigilant and double checking your navigation all the time, making sure you're going where you want to go. But when it's featureless like this, right, so not only is it sort of, there's like mist about, but it's just rolling, big rolling moorland. You know, there's no prominent peaks or trees or features, or there's that wall. Whether or not that's shown on the map, I'm not sure. I didn't zoom into my GPS long enough because it was irrelevant, you know. I just followed it for as long as I wanted to, for easier walking, then had to break off. Anyway, where we're going with this, you take a bearing, you know where you are. Now, if you've got a GPS, pace and featureless terrain, you don't really need to pace count or anything like that. But it's a sort of similar idea. What you do is you look at where you want to go, you square yourself up, get yourself going in the right direction, and look to the horizon, or you look for something that you can actually see that's identifiable and walk to it, and then do the same again and correct for any, you know, deviation. And you just basically keep doing that, hop to hop, rechecking, reorientating yourself, and squaring yourself up, and you'll eventually get there, you know. So I've just been aiming for this wee, see this wee bump of heather. So from back down there, I clocked this. It's about the only thing here, you know. I could see these reeds, and I could see this clump of heather. It's a small feature. So now that I'm up at it, once I get just over this, it looks like there's a wee rise and then dip it again here. Once I get onto that, what I'll do is I'll get my GPS out, so I'm not basically not walking home my GPS constantly looking, because that can be distracting, and I find that that's when you'll get an ankle breaker or something going on. So yeah, just take a bearing, walk to that point, identified point, and check again, and then that'll be you. So yeah, I mean, this isn't hard going, this terrain actually. It's not too bad at all. Weather's still decent enough for hiking, that is. Kind of hot with this heavy rucksack, but then you might get a wee cool breeze and you'll feel it a bit chilly. You can hear the motorway actually, just down here. So we're going to check again. This is a bit harder when you've got to step through heather. Luckily there shouldn't be too much of a risk of ticks or anything at this time of year. It's been freezing at night a wee bit, and you know, it's still entirely possible that moss could end up with a tick or eye, but the risk is reduced. But I'll still be checking. Better safe than sorry with stuff like that for sure. Right, let's see where we are. Okay, so there's the motorway. There should be some sort of like 4x4 track that we pick up, and I've got the View Ranger app. One of the subscribers to the channel recommended it and I got it, and I bought the premium pack, which is £24.99 a year, and that gives you access to all maps. So you can plot routes on it super easy, way easier than like the Garmin base map software, and you can download tiles for offline use. You can use it to actively navigate like a GPS. You don't need mobile phone reception because it works off the same system as your GPS. Your phone's got GPS on it, and it's really good. So one of the tiles on it is like Google Maps satellite imagery. Well, here's the path here, look. This. So we're following this up here. I say path, I mean like track. 4x4 track. So this should take us to some way to get onto the motorway, I hope. That's 11:30. The pace has slowed a little bit, what with that rough terrain. And we are at 9.53 miles in. Moving average 2.9, it's dropped a couple. So 10 mile to go basically. Okay, danger, keep out. Well, that's what I've just started through, and look, see the motorway here. I would guess that this is us here. See, there's a quarry on the other side. So I don't know if there's some sort of traffic, and you know, if you breeze down here, you might be getting involved with all the quarry stuff, but it's the weekend, Sunday, so the quarry should be closed, so we should be okay for floating about, you know. I'm so glad I planned the route across rather than going down to Abington to cross here, which I was originally going to do. That would have involved a lot of road walking on a busier road. Basically that road that I pointed out earlier, the one that comes from Lanark and bigger round, I had to walk quite a bit of that, and it's a fast road, a lot of traffic during the day, whereas I managed to come this way, which was way nicer. And just with being on that View Ranger app and checking out the OS maps, I've seen that there's this tunnel that I can go under now. I'm really glad I didn't have any mad ideas at all, just to wait for a gap in the traffic and run across or something. I think it might be illegal to be on motorways, is it? Or to cross them. You would have thought so. But I'm just really glad, because look at the amount of traffic. That is a lot of traffic. It'll probably be everyone heading north and south to go and see relatives or travel home after work or something for Christmas. What would this be in the Christmas holidays? There'll probably be a lot of that going on. Not for us though. We're going to be in a tent freezing our arses off on Christmas Day, eating super noodles and pork scratchings and all that. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to cope with these. I had them once and they were alright because it's like crackling, but then I got a packet once. I don't eat them as a wee snack, it's just calorie dense fats. But I got a pack once and it had hair. Had all pig hair coming out it, and it gave me the boat. Couldn't handle that. Wear seatbelts, it is the law. Right, here we go. Right, wait a minute, Moss. Oi! Yeah, that's handy by the way. Very handy. Oh ho! Hey oh! Oh, that's a good one. Moscow! She's a good girl. Is that good? So that's us through here. Now we just basically need to get from here through this quarry bit and onto one of the roads. We walk down that for a bit and peel off and go on a 4x4 track before taking the wee trail breaking bit and forging our way down to where we're going to camp for the night. That's 11:45, so we should be stopped for about 3, I would like to think. Bloody hell, 11:45 already, that's crazy. Check it out, that's the quarry there. Can you see that thing? See, the first thing I thought of when I seen that, it was you ever seen District 9? Where it's got like the aliens that are like big lobster, shrimp, well they call them shrimps, don't they? Praying mantis things. And some of the cool special effects there are like the alien spaceships and like the sort of dead industrial, sort of alien technology but industrial looking. It's really cool. That kind of looks like it. And we're making our way down to the border, finish and get back up the road. Really good that my sister's going to be able to pick me up. Thanks, Jacqueline. This saves me so much hassle on public transport trying to get back, seriously. So that's really good. We will just go and get hundreds of drink, get full of it for a few days and try and edit all this video and get it up online before the new year. And then after the new year I'll be able to decide what to do then. I was going to say I'll be able to relax and get boozed up or something, but already I've been getting boozed up editing these videos. And I'll still have a week's holiday I think, so I don't know, probably go hiking somewhere, do something. Depending how it goes here I might look to, I don't know, we'll see. Guys, dogs are still cracking up from that little cottage we went by. Here we are here. Douglas, Lanark, Abington. We're going over here and we're basically going to batter right down this road and then we're going to peel off to the left. There's a wind farm. we're going to peel off to the left on a 4x4 track. Going to stop and get the rucksack off and get a drink. Come on, come on. So you can see the road snaking away up there. That's where we are going. Looks like there might be a wee bit of sun over there even. How you doing, Mozzie? You alright? What's this here? There's a wee town. Crawford John it is. Damn it, that sign there, I think it's a for sale. I was hoping it was going to be a wee shop. I was going to get juice and scran because I'd like to supplement my food as much as I can, especially with like fresher things like crisps and sweeties. No, the only fly at this time of year went in my face just there. No, just stuff you don't really carry typically is camping stuff. Here's a car, come on in. Come on in here. Whoa, good girl. Plot for sale. That's for sale, 1850. Don't like the concrete roof though. This is nice. There's this bit of water here, and there's, see just right there, going up there, and then there's like a farm or something. I don't know if that's this road or the road we're cutting off onto, but we're certainly cutting off relatively soon and heading up there. Bits of road like this, people drive like 60, 70, 80 mile an hour as fast as they can basically, especially if they know the area. And just some of these corners, you know, it's a bit hairy in certain sections. So I always, you know, no audio books or anything, just listening out for the rush of the car and actually step off onto the verge and stop rather than bet on them sort of giving me enough space. Looks cool about here though. Really cool. Just checked the map and we're going to come down here, and it's not up that one we're going along, it's this one, and up, see that up there between those hills, up onto them, up into those hills there basically. Aye, it's some day today actually. Brilliant day for hiking. For all that it's winter, that's the 23rd of December. It feels more like a cold spring day rather than a winter day. You can definitely feel the chill in the air. The grass is still all nice and green. Still plenty of livestock out in the hill. Do you know what I mean? Like, definitely got more of just like a spring vibe to it rather than a full-on winter vibe. So that's good. Bit of a pain this rucksack, like my Z-Packs Arc Zip and my Osprey Exos 58. They both have side pockets that you can reach around and put stuff in and take stuff out of when you're on the move. Whereas this thing doesn't, it's not really designed, it's more like a mountaineering rucksack or like a ski touring sack. But I got it 'cause it's waterproof and it's got the big capacity needed to carry all my winter stuff. But it's missing some of your more standard features found on rucksacks nowadays that I find really useful, like the mesh back pocket, whereas the Mark Zip, it's actually a waterproof compartment. But you know, either or. It does have compartments, but there's not a lot of volume to them. It's got like a pocket for crampons in the back, that's where I've got my water bottle, but I can't reach it from here. It doesn't have anything on the side, so of course that allows me to put my skis on it. My little ski shoes that I've got, if you have a look on my channel you'll see me unboxing them. So I'll be able to attach them to this, no problem. But then I'm missing anything. How am I meant to get water easily out of this, you know? I thought about carrying one of my metal water bottles that's got the, it's kind of like your cig bottle, and I could attach it with a carabiner, but the less stuff strapped to the outside of the bag and floating about the better. And I thought, you know what, I'll just put the water bottle in that crampon bag holder, and it'll give me a good excuse to stop and get the rucksack off, get the weight off my back, let my spine decompress a little bit. But I'm finding that I'm not doing that, I'm just charging on but not just drinking, so I'll probably be a bit dehydrated and I'll need to concentrate and rehydrate myself tonight. Right, so where are we here? Where are we here? Let's have a look. Right. Unfortunately it's not got the detail showing us what's the river. I could swap maps. I'm going to check my actual map, wait a minute, because I'll be able to see whether we're meant to stay to the right or left of this river. Yeah, so see the bridge there? So I'm wanting to come up here. So if I cross over the bridge, there's the road, then there's the track that goes through the farm and then on up here. So yeah, that's I'm crossing this bridge. I've just got this set to like the Garmin map. I find that Garmin map with that level of detail on it to be fine for what I use my GPS for. I don't use that as like my primary navigation. It's just an indicator of where I'm going, and I like keeping track of actually like my speed and my distances and my time, like my ETA and such. So that's more why I like my GPS. But I do have OS maps on there, so I could change the map layer of that and have a look, but it's just easier. I find it a good combo having my GPS and having the maps on this thing. Now I normally would have had paper maps, but I've just for this shorter bit of trip, rather than buying a dedicated OS map, and because I'm making my own way, it's not like it's a Cape Raft Trail Guide or the Sky Trail Guide or anything. This is just me walking and joining up some routes. So I'd have to buy OS maps, and that's basically what I've got on my phone with that View Ranger app. So let's crack on and see how we get on here. Don't have as much pep now, Mozzie, do you? You feeling a bit tired now? She's a wee trooper. Aye, so we just came through the farm there. We've got this wee chap to ford. So we're on up here. No, here she comes, look, look, Just stopped to get a bit of water in us and something to eat, because I've not had anything to eat yet today, especially what with that pizza and kebab yesterday. But yeah, sorry much. We don't have too long to go either till we're at camp, but I really need to try and rehydrate myself. I've got these handy, so I bought them in the shop last night. So they're getting scoffed. They're getting scoffed the new. It's a cracking day for it, by the way. Right. One more, go on. Oh hey. Super cool. They're migrating, heading south. I think they've came from the Arctic up north, and they head south for the winter because it goes super Baltic up there, so they come here because winter here is like summer there. Right, we're going to get packed up and keep going, aren't we? Tell you what, it cools down quick enough on you when you stop though. Just now it's about 6 degrees Celsius. Take that off. Just rolled down my sleeves and that and put my hood up just to keep a bit warmer. We've been stopped there, it's only stopped for like a minute. But yeah, it's 6 degrees Celsius just now. 1 this morning. I think probably up here though, that was when I first headed off this morning. So overnight it'll freeze, I'm sure. Although it hadn't frozen last night actually. We'll see further up, we're higher up here. Wanlockhead's here, the Lead Hills is over there. It's the highest village in the UK, or at least in Scotland. So that's 15.6 miles we're at just now, and that's 20 to 2. We're just battering up this hill to then drop down the other side to the valley that takes you along to Wanlockhead. We're going to camp down there. It's this mud bath. Right. Oh, Moss is right, so on you go, keep going. Be 4x4 girl. So you can see we're on this 4x4 track and it goes up and around and then over the hill there. And I suspect that's probably going to be the last wee ascent. I think it goes round that hill and it'll probably drop down. We're, if not, there might be one wee more rise, but it's nothing. You know, that's tiny. You don't even notice really going up that when you're walking. So I reckon that's 1:45, so I reckon we should definitely be setting up camp by 3, methinks. We'll see. Weather's on our side though, so really glad about that. Everything's going well. Good start to it. Good start to the hike. Check this crazy guy out. See that crazy guy, Moss? It's cool. I don't know if that's originally been 2 stones or the 1 stone that's got a crack through it, and maybe with over time water and ice and the expansion it's broke it off and then it's just been moving about. It gets moved about on that. You would think so, or maybe it's like been a flattish stone with this on top and that's just been moving about and over like insane amounts of years. It's just ground it into like a little cup holder for it. Pretty cool. We've got about 2.5 miles to go. Not really any more ascent like I was saying. And that'll be us. So check it out. I wonder if that's the radar station there. That's where we've came up from. Aye, so no, it can't. Is that someone in front further down the hill? Don't know what it is. But when you come out of Wanlockhead and you start going along the southern upland way, it takes you up past a radar station on a hill. So that's how I was wondering if that was that. I mean, it's quite a big, weird looking thing. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was it, you know. What's this down here? Some old ruined building. Down there. Alright, I spoke too soon about the ascent thing. Basically, I changed the route a little bit. We could go along here, see along this valley, to meet up with the road between the Lead Hills and Wanlockhead and then travel down the roadside. But of course we don't like walking down roads, do we? So I look to basically go over the hill and camp at the end of it and then walk down the valley into Wanlockhead past the beam engine and all this and the museum. But that means to do that we need to go up and over this chap here, which is no big deal actually. Doesn't bother John that. Does it bother Moss? Does it bother you? No, doesn't bother Moss either. Maybe a bit of wishful thinking on my part earlier. But that's 14:25 and we're still on track for 3 o'clock roughly to be getting there to camp, well, where I want to camp. And then we've got 45 minutes to get the tent set up and all that before it gets dark, proper dark. So let's carry on, shan't we, Moscow? Unfortunately this isn't a bit of a nick. Put up a new fence around it, so they want to keep it, rather than knock it down, they've put up a fence, you know. Welsh slate. You can tell because Welsh slate's got a more purplish hue, and see how the slate at the top and the slate at the bottom are more or less the same size and they're bigger. Scottish slate breaks more easily basically, so all the little broken ones, when they tried to make all big ones, but then they would bugger up, so they'd end up like making small ones from it, and the small ones they used up the top of the roof. So a big slate, and then it would gradually get smaller and smaller, then it would be up the top of the roof would be the wee ones, and they're a lot thicker because they have to be, because if they're as thin as that they tend to break more easily. So that's how you know Welsh slate. See there how it's like quite purpley. So there you go, Scottish and Welsh slate for you. Right, up here we go. There's where the road goes, up there. And we're just going to be cresting up over here, then dropping down. I checked the map, so I know that that's definitely the case this time. So rather than going down there, we'll just stay high and cut across and up. And this should be the last bit of off-roading we do. So there's a better view of where we've came, and there's that cottage. That's 10 to 3. Might need to rethink that setting up camp for 3 o'clock thing. This is pretty tough going, forging our way through this heather here. But it's alright, I'm not complaining, I'm not, you know, it's just slower going than what I would have liked. But that's okay. I mean, even I've got a really good head torch with us, so I'm not really that bothered. I do want to get to where I want to camp though, that's the main thing. I don't want, oh, it's, you know, it's going to be dark soon, start making a compromise in the campsite selection. I know that this should be good where I'm going, so I'd rather, you know, I've got a light source. I've got a couple actually, but I mean, we're just dropping down the other side of this anyway, so that's where I'm at now. Okay, now we're talking. We're just down here, basically. So that's us just cresting this chap. And we'll get down here and get ourselves a wee camp. There's a house. Need to get the map out to check. Okay, let's go. So we've came down off of there, and it's actually really nice around here. There's bits to camp back there. I was tempted, I must admit, sorely tempted to camp here, but I'm kind of just wanting to get over to where I wanted to go. Let's see how many miles we are. So that's 19.1 miles we've done so far. It's going to be about a 20 miler today, 19.5. So we just need to go over this hump, and then that's us dropping down to the actual bit where I'd thought about. On the map, it looks like an actual proper road, whereas on the map it looks more like a 4x4 track. And where I was wanting to camp is kind of near there. That does put me off. But once we crest this, we'll be able to see better and we can make a decision. That's 3:30. And we're down the flat bottom here. And I'm just going to walk along a wee bit. There's a bit there where I could camp. It's near enough to water, but it's raised up. I need to watch what we're doing because it's quite still. It's not a lot of wind, and camping next to water, you know, what with old condensation, dew, issues that you encounter more in conditions like this, rather than a sort of dry summer or something. That's a good spot, by the way. Okay, here's where we're going to be rocking, in this sheepfold. Get a bit of protection from the wind, you know. Unfortunately, the side where you get the most protection has been blown down. Right guys, check it out. Today, 20.1 miles, 1 degree Celsius. It's just after 8 o'clock, so I'm pretty sure it will drop below 0 tonight. You've seen the GPS data there, and the temperature is 1 degree Celsius just now. So I would say we're definitely, that's just the back 8 o'clock, so I'd say it's definitely going to freeze tonight, go below 0. So I've got all my batteries and all that sort of electronic goodness inside my sleeping bag. All my hiking clothes that I took off, like my socks and gaiters and all that, that's all in a bag, a black bin liner, and I'm actually lying on top of them. And then my shoes are in a plastic carrier bag, and I'm trying to like keep them close to me, but it's difficult. They definitely my shoes definitely can't go in my sleeping bag. Maybe if I put them in individually in individual bags, so if I put one in, you know, I could probably get them in then. I might need to investigate that, because I definitely don't want to be waking up tomorrow morning and having everything frozen and like having to put on like frozen fabrics and all that sort of stuff. It wouldn't be cool. So yeah, that's it. It's, what time is it?
It's 20 past 8 now. So I'm probably just going to go to sleep. 20 odd miles today, over a 15 kilogram rucksack. Not even had a full rucksack on my back since the Cape Wrath Trail in August. I've just been doing my day hikes. That rucksack fits really well. The back length is correct for me, so it sits well. So it was quite effortless actually. Totally fine. I guess it's just keeping the walking legs going. That's been the main thing. Plus my day bag, what with all my cameras and all that ends up not being the lightest anyway. Certainly not 15 odd kilograms though. But anyway, it was fine. So we just did plenty of food, 2 dinners. I essentially ate 3,000 calories in a oneie there. My entire day's work, because I didn't have anything to eat during the day apart from those 2 small pepperonis that I got at the shop. I basically ate my entire day's food rations just there. Which I actually think isn't the worst thing, because you want to get a dose of calories in you just before going to sleep, because that basically stokes up the furnace and allows you to generate heat throughout the night when you're in your sleeping bag. Because my legs were kind of cold when I first got in the sleeping bag, but everything's nice and toasty now, nice and warm, comfy. And I've not even done the sleeping bag up properly, and I've not put on my down jacket either. I've just, because I was quite dry. I mean, my head was sweating, but the rest of me was quite dry actually. So I decided just to sleep in my hiking clothes because they weren't wet. So I basically just put on my heavy duty fleece that kind of goes with it's Paramo. I didn't take my Paramo base layer. They smell after a day. So like going for a full 5-day hike, 5-6 day hike with clothing that smells after a day isn't good. So I left that at home and just took my merino wool base layer, which I know doesn't smell that way, like a polyester. And polyesters, any polyester base layer, it pretty much stinks after a few hours, and then that's it, just gets worse. So yeah, that's one thing to consider. But other than that, all my other stuff's Paramo. My heavy duty fleece, my wind shirt outer, my neck gaiter buff thing, and my hat, my fleece hat. Does that moss make noises? I'll show you moss. Just realised you're looking up my nose just now. It's kind of hard to film this though. So this is Moss. Her sleeping bag is just my old down jacket. I can cinch up the bottom if need be. That sort of track blocks off the air gap at the bottom. And she has her Christmas jumper on. And she has like her fluorescent yellow dog coat thing. And she's on a section of this sleeping mat. That's just the bottom half, so basically from like my knees down, she's on that with her towel over it, and I'm on the rest of it, but the bit that's missing that she's got, I just put my rucksack down and it fits me perfectly, so that's good. I had the hood fully over her before, because it'll be nice and warm. Yeah, she likes that. Oh yeah, I should show you around the tent. It's actually really big. I'm going to lower it more tomorrow. So I don't even have the pole extender in, it's just these 145cm poles, and I've got it set to 145, and as you can see there's hundreds of ventilation down here. So I'm actually going to drop this tomorrow because I want this tarp, you know, I might only want this to be an inch off the ground, so I'm going to lower this quite a bit and experiment with it to make sure I get it the right thing. And here's the half inner. Now my feet are touching that, but see that, can you see that mitten hook there? I've not pegged it out, but I'm miles away from the actual tarp itself. Now I'm 6'2", as you should probably know because I've went on about it a wee bit, but plenty of room here. And I've tied that out, and I've tied up the other ones to keep this end off my face, whereas I don't mind that end, the bug net, and touching me, especially when I've got this waterproof bag cover and I've got my vapour barrier in her, so I'll zip my cell all up properly. I'm just going to leave the door open, this half door. I won't close the mesh because I don't like, it feels like that's isolating moss on the outside of the tent almost, although it's not. But I want it to keep it open, and even if she really wants to, she could crawl in on top of me. But yeah, I don't really want to. I didn't get it for that because there's no bugs. I got it for the bathtub floor, and to have it so that if I do use it in the summer, I've got the bug netting, so that if there's any drips on the tarp, it'll hit the mesh, and it's more likely to not hit me. It's more likely to run off. And even if it does, I've got my sleeping bag cover, I've got the raised bathtub floor, which is primarily why I got it. It's got the full half inner, so I can sit on it. It's got the ground sheet, so it's worked out really well. This is the Dual Mid Solo XL, Dual Mid XL half inner, I think they call it the Solo. So this is ideal. The big one would be quite a footer, I think, to put out what we'll have to put the pole up through the inner. But anyway, I'm fed, I'm watered, I'm testing everything out, nice and warm, although it's like still 1 degree Celsius just now. But yeah, I think I should be fine. So I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.